This one comes to us from eastbaytimes.com. A teenager driving a carjacked vehicle crashed in the parking lot of a coffee store in Oakley while trying to elude police early Sunday morning, police said. The suspect, a 13-year-old from Concord, California, was arrested, police said.
A 12-year-old and two 13-year-olds are arrested in connection with two separate carjackings in the East Bay. Police say the first happened Friday night in San Leandro when a group of kids armed with a gun robbed a pizza delivery worker. The car was later found by investigators on Sunday morning, and a 12 and 13-year-old were taken into custody. The second ended with a crash early Sunday morning. Another 13-year-old, who police say also had a gun, is accused of taking a car in Oakland and leading police on a chase through the city of Antioch before crashing into a Starbucks in Oakland.
Now, a statement from Antioch Police Sergeant Rick Hoffman said at about 2:55 a.m., officers spotted a vehicle that had been carjacked out of Oakland driving on L Street near Sycamore Drive in Antioch. Police were notified that whoever was in the vehicle was armed with guns. Listen to this here now. When officers began to follow the vehicle, it kept going through Antioch and into Oakley. Hoffman said eventually losing control on Main Street. According to Hoffman, the vehicle hit the center median and collided with a decorative boulder in the parking lot of a Starbucks on Main Street.
I continue to be heartbroken by seeing this. It's not far removed from any of us.
Ianad Burrell is the CEO of Youth Uprising. She says the lack of outlets and a failure by adults is contributing to the increase in these crimes. In terms of punishment, Burrell believes that's not the issue.
I do not believe we've been soft. We have definitely not been proactive enough and intentional enough to make sure when they come home, there's a plan.
Last month, police arrested an 11-year-old along with other juveniles in connection with a crime spree in Berkeley. And in April, a group of teens were caught after trying to carjack a man outside of his home in San Leandro. The ages of the suspects has become increasingly alarming, and Burrell says the focus needs to be on rehab and coming up with fresh start resources for kids who leave the juvenile justice system.
Now, a male ran from the vehicle, and officers from Antioch and the Oakley Police Department ran him down after a lengthy search in a nearby neighborhood. Oakland police said the 13-year-old was driving. Oakland police said the vehicle the 13-year-old was driving was a 2015 BMW sedan taken during a carjacking in East Oakland on November 27th. The carjacking happened on 96th Avenue. Now, according to police, 3 people walked up to the 19-year-old driver of the car and pistol whipped him, and they drove off. Police said they are unsure if the 13-year-old was a suspect in the carjacking itself, but he was the one driving. The other suspects have not been arrested.
And the Oakland-based organization Youth Uprising has been working to break the cycle of generational poverty and violence here locally. And these recent crimes involving teens, and in some cases kids even younger than that, has become alarming. And the chief executive of the organization is pointing to a lack of resources and programs that keep kids away from crime.
Is it just jail? What else can we do while we even have them in our presence? It's not, okay, here's the key. You do some time, and that's it. What rehabilitation can happen while we have their attention and we have them?
Why wasn't he at home doing homework, playing video games? Why was he out carjacking people at 13? It's too young to be a criminal.